Alright, today we're removing a fluorescent light. This is a 4-foot home fluorescent light fixture, and what we've already done is taken out the bulbs. I'll show you how to remove it. See these little prongs on the end of the bulb? There's those two prongs on each end, and they're aligned with one another, and they slip straight up into these slots, and then you turn it, and when you turn it, the prongs make contact with those electrodes in there, and that's what makes the light work. So when they're in there, you need to turn them until the prongs align straight up and down with this groove out the bottom. Once they're aligned, just pull it straight down. Some other fluorescents have a thing where there's a spring on the end of it, and you push the bulb one certain direction and then pull it out that way. Those bulbs have a single prong on each end of the bulb. These bulbs have double prongs on the edge end of the bulb. So that's the difference between your fluorescent bulbs. This fixture, of course, has the 2-prong bulbs. 4-foot fluorescent fixtures tend to have those, while 8-foot fluorescent fixtures tend to have the single prong bulbs with the spring sockets on the end of the fixture. Now what we're going to do, this one here, some of them have little clips in these holes, which is what is usually the case, but this one here, the clips have been removed and replaced with what looks like just regular drywall screws. The clips, there's all sorts of different clips, so I'm not going to get into explaining all of the different clips and types of clips and all of that. This fixture here has Romex coming into the end of it, and the Romex is coming through a clamp, and you can see that clamp has a screw, and when you crank it down, it puts pressure on the wire and it holds the wire in the clamp, therefore holding it in the fixture. Now this clamp looks like it is a little bit loose. It doesn't actually look like it's fully clamped, which makes my job easier. What we're going to do at this point is we're just going to remove the wire nuts. Make sure your power's off. And then we'll just, and I might have to take the camera down for this because these are finicky. But now we're just going to remove it. And honestly, what I might have to do is just get some clippers and just clip those wires off, instead of having to untwist those splices, because those are pretty tight splices. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get up here with some cutters and cut the wires off. And even though I said this clamp was loose, it wouldn't hurt for it to be a little bit looser so that I can just slip the Romex right down through it when I pull the fixture down. That way I won't have any trouble trying to fish the wires through that clamp. Now what we're going to do is remove these already loose drywall screws holding it in. There's one here, and then there's one by the ballast down here. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the end that is not holding as much weight first, then come down here to the one that's next to the ballast right there and remove it. Switch hands for this. And in this house, it's a little different than before. Okay, here we go. Now I'm gonna have to put the camera down for this one. What we're gonna do is just come up here and hold the fixture, hold this, because this will come right down on you once you get the last screw out. So you don't want this coming down on you and knock you off the ladder or whatever. That might be bad. So you're going to want to hold this up while you're removing it. Pull it down. Clamp was loose, so the wires went through. No foul. And there we go. And now would be an opportune time to put in our new box and our new light. There you go. That's how you remove a fluorescent fixture. Thank you.